Alright, so let's start by looking at how we can make our road. And we're going to be making this out of a spline. Essentially what that means is we're going to be making a small sort of section of a road. Just like if you cut like a road up and just like one little chunk. That'll make sense to you more as we go through. And obviously we are going to be looking at making a track with like interiors and exteriors. So hopefully this will all come together and it'll make sense. But let's start by actually making the track. If you already know what kind of track you want to make and you want to go for it, then boom, just check out like what my final track looks like so you can compare. And then just go for it really. But I'm going to quickly just fumble through Blender and show you what I mean. So I'm going to start by quickly adding a plane. And this plane, I'm just going to make it slightly wider like that because I'm going to give it some rivets. Again, you could do this as a separate object later on and group it. That's perfectly viable and reasonable thing to do. So I'm just going to add a couple like this first, and I'm going to just get this edge, get you edge, move them out like that. Not the most accurate way of doing this freehand, but hey ho, it's not going to make too much difference. I'm just going to add a couple more, and again, get you, get you. So I'm just going to add, all I'm doing here is adding like a simple banking. And again, you'll sort of see what I mean. So I'm just going to pull these up like that. And just like I said, super simple banking around the edge of the road. I'm also going to add a quick horizontal one. So now we've got my road aside. Like I said, this is just the road. This is what my road is going to look like. It's just a small sort of slither of a road. I'm going to quickly just assign some material IDs and faces to this. I'm going to quickly go to faces and select these faces. Go down to materials and we're going to assign a material. You'll probably be doing this in Maya. Just right click, hold right click on the, once you've selected your faces. And click go down to like assign a new Lambert, for example. So cool, those ones. The reason I put a split in this is because I'm just going to do my sort of like as a checkered. Why are you not multiple selected? Okay. Oops. Okay, so now I've got those ones. I'm just going to create a new material again. Give this a different color, sure, white's fine, and then assign it. Did I assign the first material? I don't remember. And we'll just get you guys as well. So just these top ones, create a new material. So essentially mine's going to have 3 materials. Yours might have less, yours might have more. This is just how I'm going to stylize it. And for now, it might be worth just sort of copying mine so you get an idea of how it's going to work and then go back to sort of the drawing board and design yours. Aside. So I mean we can't actually see them right now because I've got it selected, but I can just click on the material and press select, and oops, you should be able to see which ones are highlighted like that. Cool. Is that done? Oh, let's quickly just have a quick look at my UVs for these faces. So with those 4 faces selected, what's that? Face. What is that? That should not be there. Oh, that's getting that one. No, we just want you, you, and you. There we go. Okay. With you 4, I'm actually just going to scale you up real quick. Why are you not scaling? Let's try that again. Scale you up so you're pretty much covered up like the whole thing. And more or less that's going to do. I don't want to spend too much time on this, so let me quickly export this out as an FBX, which I'll just call road test. Once that's exported out, we're going to need to make a simple road texture, and I'm just going to create a new canvas of 512 by 512. Now it's worth remembering that the simpler you keep this, probably the better it will look, but really it's going to depend on your style. I'm just going to do generic road but it depends on, you might be doing like a dirt path, and you might be doing, you know, like an airport. Just remember, always make sure that yours is going to tile. So if you are going to be like hand painting something in here like this, just for example, that's might look like it's going to tile, but you can always make use of the other offset. So this is 512 by 512, and you can see it's actually not going to tile very well. It's going to look quite ugly, so we'd have to touch those up and clean them up and everything. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it, like I said, nice simple road, simple dark grey, maybe a bit of a brighter grey. And I'm going to just add some noise to this real quick. Add noise. There we go. And then I'm just going to give it a quick paint stripe. I'll do this on a separate layer, so I can quickly center it, like Photoshop should sort of snap that in place. Okay, that'll do. And then I'm just going to tidy that up by getting a fancy eraser brush. So go to your brush settings, get an eraser, and, you know, sort of soften a couple of those edges. And that's kind of just what I've done here. Same thing really, same principle. So you can export that out as a PNG or a JPEG, doesn't matter too much. And cool, that's good. Let's actually jump into Unreal now and make the spline. I'll actually cut the video here, so that way, in case you already know how to make textures and the map, you can just sort of fly through it.